Hello, and welcome back to part 3 of our How to Use YouTube video series. Turns out this is probably going to be more of an ongoing series, but these first 3 are really the most important of the 3 videos. Everything else is going to be kind of the how to make it better things. Once again, I am Dr. James Gilley from the Political Science Department of Nicholls State University, and I'm here to help guide you along your first steps to live streaming, using YouTube and eventually live streaming for online courses. So in the previous 2, I've taught you how to install OBS as well as how to record your first video, right? How to add sources, how to add your video, how to add your microphone, then how to record your video. And then in the second installment, I taught you how to upload to YouTube. In this installment, I'm going to actually teach you how to go live, showing you the entire process for going live on YouTube using YouTube live streaming. Now, I do need to note before we begin this that there is a 24-hour period where that YouTube essentially has a waiting period where they verify your account. You will have to verify your account using a phone number that you can either have them call or send you a code via text message in order to verify your account, even with your nicholls.edu account. So if you want to potentially live stream something for your students, you're going to have to do this in advance, right? At least 24 hours in advance. So I just wanted to warn you of that before we begin. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's jump back in to kind of where we were. I'm going to start us off by looking at YouTube. All right. So what you see here is once again my YouTube page. Excuse me. Just like when you're attempting to upload a video, you want to click on the create a video or a post, right? That little icon in the upper right hand corner. But instead of uploading a video, you're actually going to click on go live. Once you've clicked on go live, you will be greeted with YouTube Studio. Now, I've streamed before, so I've got previous streams. I'm greeted with this new stream setting. I will use last used settings. But what you're probably going to want to do, at least for your first stream, is click on this new stream button, which will give you, right, some fields you need to enter things. So we're going to need a title. For our title, we're going to use Nicholls Online Live Stream. You can put it with your class information just like that. In the next field below, you are greeted with the options of where people are going to be able to view this. You can make it private to where only you view it, but that's not going to be useful for our purposes. Instead, you should pick between unlisted, where you privately share the link with your class. You send it to them in an email or via some sort of Moodle situation. Or you can just make it public and still send them the link, but you could also just tell them what to search for. Honestly, I would recommend using unlisted for most newer users. While you really don't need to be afraid of random people stumbling into your live streams, I've been doing this for about 2 years now and have had it happen only once. And I'm still not convinced it wasn't just a student acting poorly. You generally don't need to be afraid of making them public. I generally make mine public. But for newer users, until you start feeling comfortable with live streaming, I would really recommend using unlisted as your category for this video. You can add a description, right? What you're going to be talking about. Examples about how to go live. That's what we're going to use. Then you have another drop-down menu where you can think about what category your video best fits in. I'd really recommend education, seeing as that's what we're doing here. I'd recommend setting these up just a little bit in advance, so I actually really like the schedule for later option. This currently says Thursday, May 12th, which is the date, March 12th, which is the day I'm recording this. I'm going to go ahead and set this for 10:30, right? And we can work with it from there. Other than that, you need to answer the audience question. No, it's not made for kids. Just create stream from there. So then it will load up, and this is your first set. All right. Now, you see all sorts of interesting information down here. Here are the things that I would really recommend you using. I would recommend going and putting it on ultra low latency. Now, if you know you're going to have hearing impaired students, you need to use at least low latency so that you can enable closed captions. But I generally prefer to use ultra low latency when I'm streaming. All of this other information we'll get to in a second, but for now, just know that you need to set that to ultra low latency. Now, I'm going to switch our view to OBS. Right? I'm going to switch over to OBS. Oh, wrong one. Actually, we are going to have to use OBS for this. So here we are on OBS. Ignore that scene there. In fact, what I'm going to do is add myself in just so, well, actually, no, we're just going to leave it there. All right. So in OBS, you need to go just like normal into your settings. Open up your settings. And from there, you're going to click on the stream option. Under stream type, you're going to click streaming services. That's going to list out all of your services. Then you're going to go to the service drop-down menu, and you see that you're going to have access to a lot of different options down here. The one we're really concerned with today is YouTube. So click on YouTube. You can just, once you click on YouTube, it'll give you a couple of options. I just say leave it on primary YouTube ingest server. Next, you have stream key, right? It's going to ask you about this stream key right here. Now, you're probably wondering where that stream key is. So going back to the other display, right, back to YouTube. Right. Go back to the other YouTube. You're going to see that it has a stream key for you right here under auto-generated key. Right. From there, you're just going to, right, you're going to see this section stream key right there. Paste in encoder. Don't worry about hiding it, showing it, just leave it as it is and press copy. It'll be successfully copied to your keyboard and you'll go back to OBS. Right. Reopen your settings, back to stream. In the stream key field, just paste your thing in and press apply. A couple of other things you might want to be aware of. Your audio is you're going to have to make sure that you have audio. As well as on video, right, you're going to have to deal with your video settings, but you shouldn't have to change those from what you used when you were recording earlier. Those should remain the same. Under the output tab, your video bitrate needs to be at least 4,500, right? That's just what YouTube wants. And then I recommend don't mess with encoder, don't mess with audio bitrate, any of these sorts of things. You might want to click enforce streaming service bitrates, but again, you don't really need to worry about that. And then under your coder preset, I would say just go ahead and use ultra fast, right? It's going to use less of your CPU as you are doing things. Right? So once you have all of those set, press apply and press OK, and that'll close it out. Then the only last thing you need to be able to go live is to press this start streaming button. So you're going to press start streaming, and that's going to start sending information out to YouTube. So let's go back and check on YouTube. We're waiting for the stream software to start its preview. So we need to wait for just a minute until it catches. Eventually, it's going to catch, right? And you're going to start getting the video that you're streaming show up in this little corner over here. Once that is set, you are ready to go live. All you have to do is go to this upper right-hand corner where it says go live and click on it. At that point, once you've clicked it, you're going to get this going live. And then, congratulations, you're live, and you do your normal live stream things here. Right? So we are now recording, me recording this, and that is actually going out on a live stream. Now, in order to share this with your students, and you can do this before you actually go live, click on the outward arrow, which gives you a share tab, and this will give you a link that you can share. You can copy this link and send it to them in an email, put it on your Moodle page, wherever you are able to use that. That's the link that's going to give you both to the live stream as well as the video backup recording. One of the great things about live streaming on YouTube Live is that it automatically backs up your video. Right, from the moment you press go live to the moment you end your stream, YouTube's going to record that, and any student that might have missed can go back to the link that we have here that you're going to share and be able to view whatever it is you're doing. So let me give you a couple of other things to run through while you're here. On the right hand side of this panel, you're going to have your live chat. This is where you can interact via chatting with your students, and your students can actually send you chat messages and interact, not exactly like you're in the classroom, but in some way, right? Allow for some interactability here, right? So, hello, and it'll show up in chat, and that'll show up in your students' chats wherever they're watching this video as well. On YouTube or on their phones, it'll all show up there. Some other interesting things you can do in a later version, I'll show you how to actually put that chat on screen with your stream if you so desire. I'm also going to, in future videos, show you how to do the interesting thing where I kind of show, I show up in the corner. You can have your PowerPoint behind you, and I'll show you how to actually remove the things behind you using a green screen if you're so interested. So you can do all of that. Right? Bring myself back here. Make myself a little bit smaller for you. Ooh, wrong one. So now you can do this however you so desire, but that's how you go live. The last thing you need to do to end your stream, when you're done having your stream, you're going to need to click end stream, right, on the YouTube page. Once you have ended the stream, it's going to ask you if you're sure. If you're sure, go ahead and end it. And then it'll give you options to either dismiss it, or you can go back and edit it in your studio if you want to change some information. If you want to go back and delete it, we can talk about how to do that in a later video. But really, that's not that difficult, right? It's just essentially a 1, 2, 3 process to be able to go live. Just the big thing I need to emphasize is that there is that 24-hour waiting period to be able to go live. So, once again, I will be available to answer questions. If you need this, feel free to get into contact with us. But this should begin to be an ongoing series. I will teach you how to do some more advanced things coming up. Our next one's going to be how to integrate chat directly into your YouTube videos, into your YouTube live streams. I'll probably also do one about how to use a green screen like I'm doing right now to remove your background and to make it to where you can be much more inside of your information. It especially works well with PowerPoint presentations. And if you would like an example of that, please feel free to go and visit my YouTube page, youtube.com/JamesGilley, and look at how my courses have evolved over time, beginning with the comparative politics courses that were simply the PowerPoint, all the way through the American politics courses that have me integrated in with the PowerPoint videos. So please feel free to be involved with that. So thank you for joining, and good luck. Have a great day.